My name is Jordan Walbridge. I spent 8 years in the military, deployed to Afghanistan. I'm a proud registered Republican, and I'm for raising taxes. But let me explain what that means. The problem right now is our federal government has amassed $18 trillion in federal debt. The interest payment alone on that debt in the next 5 years will be at $500 billion every single year. We'll be spending 4 times the amount on interest payments annually as we do on education, R&D, and infrastructure combined. See, the greatest threat to our democracy isn't from abroad, it's from within, it's ourselves. And if you're asking, what does this specifically have to do with me? It has everything to do with you. We are spending so much more on our past, thus robbing future generations. See, the federal government makes its money in 2 separate ways. Taxes on our wages, on our salary, which at the most is taxed at 40%, or taxes at capital gains, which is taxed at the most just under 24% all in. Now, you and I and the vast amount of Americans, 72% of their income comes from the way of wages, of salaries. And only 5% comes from long-term investments, capital gains. The richest in this country have flipped that upside down. 8% of their income comes from the way of salaries, which is taxed at the most, 40%. And 60% of their income comes in the way of capital gains, of long-term investments, which is taxed at roughly half that amount, 24%. See, my Republican friends are probably having steam come out of their ears by the notion of raising taxes, but you know what's more disgusting to me? A bankrupt United States. We have to have a more fair and balanced approach to our tax code. We have to raise revenues while massively cutting spending. And when you tell me, Republicans, that if we were to raise capital gains, we'll stifle the investment economy, it's a fallacy. Recent studies have shown that that's totally false. Listen, corporations don't make decisions based on the tax code of where it's at. If we raise it up to a normal, specific level, what corporations and big businesses and big wealthy people are looking at is the income that's going to be generated from their investment, not what the tax code is at. The greatest threat to our democracy is not from abroad, it's from within. We have to get our national debt under control. Otherwise, we're robbing future generations.